This bill is the second animal welfare bill that Aontú has introduced into the Dáil in the last 6 months. The Criminal Justice Theft and Fraud Offences Amendment Pets Bill of 2021 was introduced by myself at the end of 2020 to create a minimum 10-month prison sentence for those caught stealing family pets. That bill has passed first stage in the Dáil and is awaiting an opportunity to be presented at second stage. Animal welfare and the protection of animals is a subject that has been given much lip service, Taoiseach, by politicians of all political parties. It's an issue that's hugely important to many people in our communities who want to see action, not just words on this issue. Aontú has sought to deliver that action by putting forward pragmatic and reasonable legislative proposals, which I urge all the political parties in this House to support. The purpose of Aontú's Dog Breeding Establishment Amendment Bill is to enhance the welfare of dogs by strengthening the regulation on dog breeding establishments and ensuring enforcement of relevant statutory provisions. According to Rescue Animals Ireland, Ireland is considered the puppy farm capital of Europe. And due to poor conditions in some puppy farms, many animals suffer greatly. Dogs can develop serious illnesses and ailments which have long-term health consequences. As of 2016, there were 73 registered puppy farms in Ireland. In 2018, there were as many as 258 registered dog breeding establishments. Figures show at the time that these farms are capable of producing 30,000 puppies a year. Animal welfare organisations have warned that some puppy farms have up to 500 breeding animals at any given time. So what we're seeing here is not what families normally experience when they purchase a puppy, that another family down the road has had a litter of pups and they're taking one of them. But these are industrial-scale breeding facilities, and it's quite shocking. And this is without even looking at the illegal puppy farm operations that operate across the country that the state is struggling to tackle. In February of this year, the ISPCA took 60 dogs into care found in an illegal puppy farm in the Midlands. In November 2020, 32 dogs were rescued from an illegal puppy farm in North Dublin with the estimated value of €150,000. And that's what's happening here. And the value of pets has skyrocketed over the last while for a number of different reasons. I have a 14-year-old dog. He's a cross between a red setter and a golden retriever. Rua is his name. I bought him for €50, obviously 14 years ago. The same dog can be bought online for €1,500 today. A phenomenal level of profit is being made with regards to breeding and sale of these animals. And we've received many reports of significantly uneven enforcement of existing legislation from local authorities and local government. This has to change. We seek that each local authority will commission specific individual or team to ensure that protections are enforced. And our bill introduces a minimum standard for animals. We strengthen the 5 freedoms contained in the 2010 Act by which each dog breeder must adhere to in the raising of these animals. Under our bills, the dog must be kept in such a manner as to avoid unnecessary suffering. Dogs must receive treatment when necessary from a veterinary practitioner. Dogs must be permitted to exhibit their natural and normal behaviour, and the dogs must be permitted to have the company of other dogs. Our bill amends the definition of an authorised person in the Act of 2010 so as to ensure that the person who is to act under the term authorised person should be appointed specifically to fulfil this duty. And the problem exists that some local authorities are doing this job very well, but other local authorities have appointed an individual that might hold 3, 4 or 5 hats and therefore is unable to attend to the job at hand. Our bill significantly increases the penalty for breaking the law in terms of puppy farms. And as I mentioned earlier, profits are gone sky high, that existing fines are actually not really relevant to puppy farm owners, especially illegal puppy farm owners. The current fines are not a sufficient deterrent. The previous maximum fine of €5,000 becomes the minimum fine for summary conviction in our bill, and we introduce a €10,000 fine for convictions on indictment. There are people breeding dogs who are doing it to the best of their ability in a humane way, but we need to enforce the law to the others.
Is the bill being opposed? No. Okay, so the motion for leave to introduce is agreed, and I'd ask the Deputy again to move that the second stage be taken in private members' time.
I move.
Okay, is that agreed? Agreed.